Careful!
Are those our rivals? A bunch of weird creatures?
How dare you call—
Shush! Let's not lose points before we start.
Now, the ecology competition starts. All the materials are at the center, along with other materials you brought. Your task is to create a sustainable ecosystem.
What's an ecosystem?
It's all the organisms in an area and their abiotic factors, like water, light, and temperature. It's an open system because energy and matter can move in and out. Lakes and forests are examples of ecosystems.
At the count of 3, one member of each group can grab all the materials they need for the center. There are limited supplies, so be quick.
Campbell, you've got long legs. You can run for us.
1, 2, 3.
Oh wait, what do I grab? Grab the lamp! The what? Never mind. The lamp would have acted as sunlight, the main energy source for most ecosystems. Well, what do we do now? Change strategy. Let's build an ecosystem that is not based on light energy but on chemical energy instead. Get the bacteria, shrimp, small fish and big fish. Why did you tell me to get these? With these, we can construct a food chain. Shrimp eat the bacteria, small fish eat the shrimp, and the big fish eat the small fish. We have both consumers and producers here.
What are consumers and producers?
The producers, also known as autotrophs, are the organisms that create their own food, rather than eating all the organisms. How do you create your own food? Think about plants. They don't need to eat all the organisms because they use energy from the sun to fix carbon. In other words, they use carbon dioxide from the air to produce glucose. Does photosynthesis sound familiar? Oh, photosynthesis. Because they use energy from the sun, they are called photoautotrophs. However, we've got the chemoautotrophic bacteria, which doesn't need sunlight to produce its own food.
Oh!
Instead, they use chemical energy from oxidation reactions. That's why they are called chemoautotrophs.
How about consumers?
Consumers or heterotrophs are the organisms that get energy by eating all the organisms. Oh, so the shrimp, small fish and big fish? Yeah, we can label them primary consumer, secondary consumer and tertiary consumer.
Our competitors have more organisms. Are they called quaternary, quinary and centenary consumers?
Nah, they just have more organisms in each level. They don't have a food chain anymore, they have a food web. Speaking of that, we should include more organisms. That way, if one organism goes extinct for some reason, we have backups to sustain the ecosystem.
Do quaternary consumers even exist?
It's pretty difficult to get a quaternary consumer. Even our tertiary consumer is struggling.
No! Our big fish! What should we do? Why is this happening?
Because it isn't getting enough energy. The positions in the food chain are called trophic levels. When you go from one trophic level to the next, you lose 90% of the energy.
Why?
One reason is respiration. Both autotrophs and heterotrophs respire to make ATP, the energy currency of the cell. In this process, some heat is lost. Another reason is incomplete consumption. When you eat an apple, you don't eat the whole apple tree. All the energy that is not eaten doesn't get passed to the next trophic level. A third reason is incomplete digestion. Basically, you don't absorb all the food that you eat. Otherwise, you wouldn't need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, whatever, but hurry up. We lose if the big fish can't last very long.
It sounds like we need more primary production, or food made by the producers. This affects secondary production, which is how much food the heterotrophs make. There's no more bacteria though.
No, we're losing!
Calm down. There must be another way. It looks like there isn't enough carbon dioxide for the producers. I think our carbon sinks outweigh our carbon sources. In other words, we are absorbing more carbon dioxide than we are producing. This may be why the primary production is so low. If we can increase carbon dioxide levels, that might solve the problem. How do we increase carbon dioxide levels though? Breathing out to them? And that's gonna take way too long. Let's start a fire! Combustion gives carbon dioxide. After a few minutes, the carbon dioxide levels should rise. I'm thinking. If we start more fires, would Earth have more food? That's not gonna help global warming. We are already burning coal, oil, gas, peat, and biomass, all of which release carbon dioxide. Have you ever seen the Keeling curve?
Oh, I think so. It's to show that temperatures are increasing with increasing carbon dioxide, right?
Yes.
Why is carbon dioxide wiggling up and down?
There are seasonal changes. During the northern hemisphere summer, there are more trees with leaves, so there is more photosynthesis. This photosynthesis absorbs carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide levels drop.
The opposite occurs in winter, when there are less trees with leaves.
Look! The big fish is moving again. We're done then. We're done!
We were done ages ago.
Me.
It's now time for the judges to grade the ecosystems. May the judges assess the first group.
The multiple trophic levels and organisms increase the stability of the ecosystem. The chemoautotroph is creative. However, one of the carbon sources is a fire, which is unstable. The average score given was 8.5 out of 10.
Ha, we're definitely gonna get more than that.
You shut up.
As for the second group, there are also multiple organisms, and the carbon cycle was considered.
I bet they made that up.
Now, in an ecosystem, chemical elements like carbon are recycled. In their ecosystem, carbon dioxide is released through respiration and is absorbed through photosynthesis.
The ecosystem was given full marks unanimously.
Hold on. In their carbon cycle diagram, the numbers do not add up. What is missing is probably a decomposer. Not only are they another carbon source, they also have the important role of breaking down dead organic matter into inorganic nutrients. Without them, the ecosystem is unlikely to be sustainable.
Thank you for the comment. The judges are re-evaluating their scores.
Do we have decomposers?
Yeah, we added fungi.
Upon further evaluation, here is the final score. The average is 8.25.
This means that the winner of the ecology competition is the first team. Congratulations.
Congrats, you got second place.